Alright, let's try this again. So we tried, sorry, I'm fixing my pillow. Tried to stream yesterday. Internet issues did not allow that. I got somebody coming tomorrow to fix it. They couldn't come anytime earlier. So we are going to be hoping for the best here. But yeah, let's get into it. I want to beat Skyla. And luckily, because it's the weekend, I got a little bit more time. I do have something to go to later today. But that's why I'm streaming a little earlier, so that I have time to do so. Let me just pull out my damage calculator. We can get going here. I think last one I left off, I was deciding who I wanted to use to build my team against Skyla, right? And we decided that maybe Chargestone Cave we were going to hold off on. But we were looking for something to take out Mandibuzz right away. Because Mandibuzz has Tailwind, and Tailwind would just cause a lot more issues for us. We do still have Route 7 and Celestial Tower. We have Chargestone Cave, but that is Zapdos. And I don't know if I want to use my encounter on Zapdos. Celestial Tower also apparently has Cresselia, who is a great defensive Pokemon, who I also wouldn't mind having, to be honest. So we'll see. Route 7 doesn't really have anything that can necessarily take out Mandibuzz. But let's see. Mandibuzz's attack isn't that high, so maybe if I get something that's like pretty defensive and then run Taunt on it, that might work. Let's see. Pokemon to get Taunt via level up. Not a lot of Pokemon get Taunt via level up. Interesting. Okay, I thought it would be more than that. Let me see if I can find the TM for it. And then, of course, the other option is we just kind of deal with it, and that's that. Taunt TM doesn't even come into Pidgeotto. Alright, maybe I'll go for Cresselia then, just to see if I can get it. Let's make sure this is correct. What's going on, Anna Lysandra? So yeah, maybe we'll go for Zapdos then. The second basement floor. Alright, first thing I'm going to need then is going to be some repels. Oh, I already have 49. Okay, never mind, we're good. Next thing I'm going to need then is a Pokemon that is level 50 exactly. Maybe we'll go Compound V. Could also do a Rame. Let's do Toji though. I feel like Toji's going to be the easiest for us to just get that quick level up on. Also should probably try to be aware of what moves Zapdos might have, right? Because if I get KO, that's also bad. Alright, Zapdos does contain Discharge, Ancient Power, Pluck, Agility. Okay, so I said we go Zapdos, or no, we go, what's his name? Sorry, we go Toji and then immediately pivot into Shoke for doing damage and going for the KO. Alright, I just gotta find somebody to beat up on. There's trainers around here, right? Let's see. Who's somebody who I always try to avoid battling that I can just knock out here to make it easier on myself? Maybe this trainer. Let's look at the trainer rosters. Route 7. Ace Trainer Elmer, who has a Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. Of course he does. Alright, shouldn't be too difficult though. Let's go maybe Compound V, and then for the Charizard, we'll go Shope. And then for Blastoise, we have Arame. And we'll be alright. Or we can just do Compound V for both, because we do have, what's it called? Bolt Strike. Oh, Rotation Battle. You're the worst. Okay. That's alright. We'll Fusion Flare anyways. It lived, and I got Worry Seed instead of Victory Star. Alright, thank you. I'm going to Fusion Bolt, because whoever he swaps into will get hit by this hard. Or, alternatively, yeah, so Charizard gets hit hard. Or I was going to say we KO Venusaur. Fire Fang. A choice. Alright, see, if I wasn't afraid of, Charizard's Fire Fang here, I would totally go into Arame to finish off with Ice type move. That's alright. There we go. Venusaur's out. In fact, at this health, Ice Shard might have even gotten it done. Let's just hurry up, get Charizard down there. Alright, there we go. Told you level 50. More or less what I was going for. And then actually, let's do fight. Let's rotate. Oops, wrong way. Rotate to Arame. And let's see what Energy Ball can do. Zen Headbutt. Really? Okay. Not sure I understand that one, but I guess I don't mind it. Beautiful. With the crit too. Love it. Alright. So that's step 2 of my plan to catch Zapdos. Step 3 is we're going to head all the way back to Mostralton City. Actually, why am I traveling by foot? I can fly now. So actually, I think I'm going to want to go to... Alright, we're going to go to Mostralton first. Heal up. Alright, next part of the plan. I think I already have a bunch. Yeah, I already have 99. I don't anticipate it taking much longer than that. If it does, let's see. Just want to see where I can get. Ooh, okay. So we can get a Timer Ball in Castelia, although it doesn't seem like we can buy it, so I don't know. In fact, I wonder if one of them is, yeah, they're gifts. Alright, next then is... Oh, what I can also get, though. Oh, never mind. 50 different IDs of Pokemon. I was like, huh? Go here. We're gonna also look at that. Same thing. Alright, whatever. Timer balls are not. Alright, step 1. Max Repel. Step 2. ToGS party lead, because Zapdos will also be level 50. Step 3, we have to go to the second basement floor. I don't know if it's this or not, so what I'm going to do to avoid confusion is I'm just going to go around here. Right, just to make sure I'm going the right way. I might have even made it harder on myself for no reason, but whatever. This should take me to the back to the entrance. Alright, back to the entrance. I'm looking for the second basement floor. So 2 floors down. That way. That way. We can go up here, yeah. Alright, it's important that Toji doesn't over-level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to... Maybe I'll switch to Arame. Maybe not. Let's go V. Repel wore off. Gotta put the repel back on. I'm on the wrong side. Shoot. Two floors down. This doesn't take me to a staircase, right? Yeah. This does. I'm just remembering the way that we went for the Team Plasma storyline here. Oh, I already battled her. Okay. Alright, one floor down. Gotta go down one more floor. So I guess it was probably where we were before. Or not. I think actually this is the floor to get out. Repel's effect wore off. Let's max it one more time. Alright. Second basement floor. Repel's effect is still on. We are going to switch to Toji here. In fact, here's what I'll do. Also put on my bike so that, Oh, there are more trainers down here? You gotta be kidding me. Alright, I guess I'll take care of these guys too, just so I can more freely roam around. Alright, trainer rosters. That's Ace Trainer Elmer. Oh no, this is, it's Route 7. It's not Ace Trainer Jared. I think we already beat him actually. Could be Ace Trainer Corky maybe? Bagon, Zangoose, Crab Lily? No, Ace Trainer Allison, Dratini, Rhydon, Executor. Ace Trainer Stella, Farfetch'd, Hypno, Arcanine. Alright, either way, I think Arame is a good lead here. Or not, actually. Maybe if I don't have to battle her at all. If I can find like an open area to run around in, I'm good. A lot of items here that I might be able to make use of, I guess. Back down. Don't look at me. Alright, there we go. Alright, maybe we'll like run around right here. Bright powder. Just double check. Nothing for us that way. Oh, yeah, there's a stream. Alright, in that case, Max Repel still on. It is only a 1% encounter rate. You know what? Maybe I will battle that trainer, though. I think I'm going to just to give myself more running around room here. This trainer Stella, Farfetch'd. Alright, we expected this. Out of curiosity, how fast is this Farfetch'd and what does it have? Acrobatics, Sacred Sword, Night Slash, Agility. The speed of 104. It's actually kind of a nightmare for Arame. Okay. Let's do... yeah, not good. If we do, however... an Obama Snow, right? Four levels above it. Oops. only thing I don't remember is the nature here, but I guess it doesn't matter too much because I know it's, I guess if you get the stats right, nature doesn't matter all that much. Right, acrobatics is a 2-hit KO, and the first one's going to hit like a truck. Sacred Sword 2-hit KO, Night Slash 6-hit KO, agility won't do anything. Ice Shard 2-hit KO after hail damage. Seems like as long as acrobatics doesn't crit, we're actually good to just Blizzard. Get him out of here. See, it's the 104 speed that I'm really worried about. Because in terms of who's outspeeding, it's only who? Fuga, maybe V. Yeah, Fuga, V. Oh, a bunch of people actually. Fuga, V, Kenjaku, Shope even. Alright, let's go Blizzard. And hope that the acrobatics doesn't crit here. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, good level up for Arame. Arcanine comes out, so you're definitely getting swapped out. E-Speed, Morning Sun, Crunch, Odor Sleuth. Okay. Interesting, no fire type moves, but I can take an E-Speed. Last one is gonna be Hypno. Do Synchronize. Yeah, I guess we'll just go Shope again here. Alright, now there is a nurse trainer actually. Within this cave. That was my last hyper potion, which I'm not too thrilled about. The reason I'm not too thrilled about it is, you know what? I'm gonna put Shope as the lead mon too. I know that we have our Repel on, which means that the only encounter that we could have is Zapdos, but I don't want to deal with Zapdos. Alright, so I'm gonna go back up here, right? Dr. Trainer should be right around this corner, yeah. Thanks, Doc. Probably am gonna go battle that girl too down there. And I think for that one, actually we said that Arame was a probably better lead. So that's Allison, then yeah, she's gonna lead with Dratini instead of leading with oh. Okay, so she's not even a, either she's not a trainer or we already beat her. Either way, it seems like we have the entire basement floor to ourselves now. Chosen to stay first. How do I get down there and get whatever that is? Ah, okay, go around here. Rare candy. Nice. Zapdos, like most electric types, is drawn to high potential sources. Watch out, don't underestimate its power. Is that just like a little note for me? Like, what am I supposed to... I was hoping that would be like a hint. in the right place. It is just, yeah, 1% encounter. But we know that if we do get it, then it'll be the right one. What's going on, Secret Life of 5? How's my day going? Pretty good so far. How's yours? Just over here. Trying to test my luck with these encounters. I wonder, maybe if I go somebody a little bit lower level than Zapdos, or than... I know it's weak wild Pokemon, but I feel like just to make sure, right? Same level, I don't know if that applies. There we go. Finally. Wild Zapdos appeared. Nice. Alright. Let's start by sending in Shope to scout its moveset. Shope will resist just about everything it's got. I wish I had like a leftovers or something. Discharge is 1. Alright, maybe we'll go Metal Claw. Alright, shouldn't do a lot here. Perfect. Agility. Charge. Don't crit. I wish I had something that was like slightly, ever so slightly less effective, right? Like non-stab fly maybe, but I don't know. Everything else I have is like stab, you know. Can't paralyze it here. So let's just start chucking Ultra Balls at it, I guess. Alright, I wanted to use its other move so I know if I can just sort of sit here and Ancient Power. Alright, yeah, we'll do it. Ah. Come on. Good news is we have 1 Timer Ball. So after the, after I think it's 30 turns, Timer Ball has one of the highest catch rates of any Pokeball. There we go. Zapdos was caught. Beautiful. Give a nickname, absolutely. And I'm gonna go with the same nickname that we had in our Radical Red run because that Zapdos was very much responsible for us being able to beat the Elite Four in that game. All right, we got Niue. Still got a Repel, right? Nice, 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 nice. Team is coming along, man. There are some other legendaries that I also want to go back and get as well. But they might be a little bit harder to get just because they're going to be lower level at this point. So, you know, might be a little bit difficult to, I mean, I guess I could always still run with, like, I think I have, like, a Ponyard in here or something. Maybe I'll do that then. Maybe I'll capture a bunch of legendaries for the run. We use like Urza the Ponyard. So let's see. We got Niue, the Zapdos, holding a Salic Berry too. Nice. Nice. We could actually make use of that. That boosts speed when health is low. And when we don't want health to be low, happens, right? Charge to the game. Keep it moving. Let's heal up. I know I didn't really use a lot of health there. Other legendary encounters that we have too include Cresselia and Celestial Tower. And I usually do my legendary runs before we go on the Elite Four run. But we have Cresselia and Celestial Tower. First one that we get is Jirachi in the Dream Yard. Yeah, Jirachi in the Dream Yard. So Jirachi is a decent mon that we can get there. Then Pinwheel Forest, we have Virizion, level 56. That one could be fun to catch. That's actually our level cap too, but for a flying type gym leader, we don't need it just yet. There was also Victini in the Liberty Tower basement that we already got, obviously. Regirock is in the basement of Relic Castle, as is Registeel, and Regigigas. But I'd assume that you would need all 3 of the Regis for that. Lostlorn Forest has Mew and Celebi, but I probably would go with Mew in that case, just for the moveset potentials there. Then we got, of course, Zapdos here. Celestial Tower is Cresselia. We'll also get Manaphy on Route 17, along with Fione. Oh, Mesbrit, Azelf, and Uxie on my Stralton Cave. Ballion in the Guidance Chamber. Regice in Twist Mountain. Keldeo in the Moor of Icarus in Autumn. Articuno. Suicune, Raikou, Entei. Tornadus or Thundurus, of course. Oh, Latios and Latios. Alright. Well, we'll worry about those another time. For the time being, I am going to go ahead and grab my Zapdos. Let's look at Zapdos' stats for a second. Sorry, I'm sore from the gym. Yeah, great stats. What's going on, Burning Tepig? That 125 special attack is going to be great for us. Ooh. And Zapdos in Gen 5 actually gets Lightning Rod as its hidden ability, not static. That could be good for us, too. So maybe I'll do that first, is give it Lightning Rod. Well, actually, let me make sure that that's it's obtainable in this. I know a lot of Pokemon were... Yeah, alright, unreleased and unavailable through normal gameplay. Cool, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure, because I know that, you know, a lot of Pokemon were given hidden abilities in Gen 5 just so that they could have them, but those hidden abilities were not obtainable. But, Burning Tepig, we got Niue back from Radical Red. And in Niue, we need to level you up. Alright, I know where we're going to level up Niue, because we have our new training spot. Do I want to bring Cacturne with me for this? Maybe. First I'm going to do is max out my Repel. I'm going to just run around here. Celestial Tower. Kind of want to just battle some of these trainers just to get it out the way. Maybe I will. Maybe that'll be my training. Let's look in the Celestial Tower trainer rosters. This is the last Kara who opens up with a Delibird and then goes straight into Bellossom. Yeah, she never learns. She's going to get fried here. I believe Zapdos' nature is neutral, so we got to decide what we want to do with that. No, it's not. Minus speed plus defense. So we just definitely don't want that. Like, at all, because defense is Zapdos' worst stat. Probably going to do plus special attack, minus attack, right? And just rock out with a modest Zapdos. We could go with the bulkier one, too. But I think I'm going to go modest. And just invest a little bit in defenses if need be. But I was running, what, Naive Zapdos before? So I think that was, what, plus speed? I think Radical Red, we were running a Naive Zapdos, which gives us, yeah, plus speed minus special defense, which honestly also works. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Plus speed minus special defense. Special defense of 90 is already solid. Or plus speed minus attack, actually. Why don't I just do, yeah, Why don't we just do Timid Zapdos? Nothing else really makes much sense, right? Timid, yeah. Alright, Timid Zapdos. With, of course, Charge, Agility, Discharge, and Ancient Power. Should be good. Should be good. Because then when I look at the last Kara's Blossom's move pool, Quiver Dance, Magic Leaf, Sunny Day, Stun Spore, yeah, she can't do anything to me with that. Seed Bomb, Frost Breath, Baton Pass, Crab Hammer. Oh, alright, maybe that is a dangerous Delibird who we want to take a little bit more seriously. And therefore, Fuga, you're in charge. I should have given an XP share, though. That would have been the responsible thing to do. That's on me. Eat a Flame Burst, though. It's not going to live a Flame Burst. Yeah. Didn't mean to fry her team like that, but is what it is. What I will do, though, is... No, I'm not looking. I never know where this thing is. I wish you could, like, you can sort your bag, but you can't sort it by anything, you know? It's like items have been sorted, and I think it sorts them by, like, type. And then within the type, it sorts them by name. So, like, held items are up top. And then sorts the held items by name. Alright, EXP share that way. If I do need to send a Niue out of the lead, we can do that. Who is this guy right here? Maybe I want to battle him. Pokefan Jude with a Leafeon, Blaziken, Miltank, and Slowking. Not gonna lie, that team sounds like a pain to deal with. I don't want to battle him. I'm good. Didn't I battle her as well? Spell tag. Well, if I didn't, yeah, I did. Alright. So this is the girl who opens up with an Espeon. Just putting in Zapdos' stats here. If we look at the EVs, wow, no IVs and special attack is actually crazy. Zapdos, they did you so dirty, my boy. I'm so sorry. I am so unbelievably sorry. And only 5 special defense EVs? What are we doing? What are we doing? How are the most EVs I have in attack? Physically offensive Zapdos. Get out of my face, man. Whatever. 98% chance to 2-hit KO here. Is Espeon really faster than me? No. What if I put on Timid Nature? That's what I didn't do. Alright, I am faster than Espeon. I was about to say. So we are faster than Espeon, which is good. Alright, here's what I'll do. I'll send out somebody who is one-hit KOing Espeon. And then I'll send in Arame to KO and get the XP for both of them. How about that? And then I'll go back to my PC, grab Bernard to also level up Bernard. And that should work. I'm out in the gym. I'm going to go get it 100. There we go. That's what's up. Staying active. Love to hear it. Alright, Blissey comes out. No, Blissey doesn't have anything that really threatens us. I could even send out Niue, but Blissey with its massive special defense stat, I don't think is really going to get the most out of that. Oh yeah, with the light screen too. Let's just go Wood Hammer. Could Ice Shard too, actually. Should do considerable damage, yeah. Fair. Oh wow, that didn't do anything. Alright, let's head back down then. Yeah, that was like no XP. That was nothing. What am I supposed to do with that? Oh, Oh, Pelwer off. Alright, let's... pop that again. Back around. Niue, you're in the lead. I'm actually going to give the lucky egg to you since you're in the lead. Alright, who is this backpacker here? Maybe I can battle her. Backpacker Ruth with a Venomoth and a Rapidash. Never mind. Venomoth and a Rapidash. What is your problem? What team is that? Who told you to use those Pokemon? Yeah, I already battled you. Let's see. Backpacker Terrence with a Grumpig. Why does nobody just lead with, like, water types anymore, man? Or flying types. Isn't this supposed to be where all the flying types are? Actually, you know what? Maybe we can go to the gym. Let's do that. Go to the Maestralton gym. Beat up on flying type Pokemon there. Oh yeah, Worker Cliff with the Mantine opener? Yeah, Cliff. Oh, this is the gym that shoots you out of a cannon. Right. Right. Yeah, get ready to learn 50,000 volts of electricity, buddy. Mantine, Crobat, Togekiss, Charizard, Honchkrow. Oh yeah, good eats. Great eats, even. Phenomenal eats. I wonder if I can go charge here. Let me look at Mantine's moveset. Depending on Mantine's moveset, we might just be able to sweep. I know Mantine does get access to some Ice-type moves. Hydro Pump, Aqua Ring, Bounce, Confuse Ray. Nobody really has anything that immediately threatens me. I am faster than everybody but the Crobat. Everybody but the Crobat is annoying. Let's go charge. Oh wait, I can agility too. Oh, you're kidding. Please snap out. Yo, Niue, lock in, man. Alright, you're out. You're out. Immediately, you're out. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I send you in your first battle ever, and that's what you do? Yeah, you're out. You're out. Get out of my face. Forever. 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 Now I gotta rework my entire plan, because Niue's already below half. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Alright, for a bounce, we'll go Shope. I do all this work in setting you up. And you let what? A Confuse Ray stop us in our tracks? Okay. Permanently off this team. Let's see. Aqua Ring, Bounce, Confuse Ray. Oh, it's faster than us. Okay. That's great. Shope, you're back. I love how I genuinely don't have an answer now. Because the Hydro Pump's not doing... Alright, let's do this. Fuga. Bounce again. And see, now he's just going to keep spamming that bounce. Alright, Niue, come in. If Discharge isn't an Oko, I'm going to be mad. Alright, Discharge is an Oko. Niue, man, like, what was that? Like, genuinely, what was that? On Charizard, it's only a 37.5% chance to Oko. Let's go Kinjaku, because Kinjaku resists fire here. Good Moxie boost. Alright, let's send out, let's see. We want our own Salamence, right? 55. Adamant on the nature. Moxie on the ability, and we're already running a +1. Not sure what its IVs are looking like, but it does currently have the ability to outspeed just about everything on this team. Speed of 123. Base attack of 178. So let me set that before I do the +1. Don't we have like kind of embarrassingly low attack EVs? Attack IVs? I don't know. Either way, as long as we get that attack stat to 178. And +1 with the speed of 123. Crobat outspeeds. That's okay though. Because now I know that if I go Dragon Claw on Honchkrow, Guaranteed Oko. So Guaranteed Oko on everybody. Oh, not on Togekiss. Okay. Looking at my health too. I'm at 110 out of 197, so about 56%. Oh, that foul play would fry me, though. That's another thing. Might take the risk. No, I'm not taking the risk. Fuga, you're in. Yeah, I knew it. Because I can always heal with Morning Sun, too. Beautiful. E-speed. I'm in a Morning Sun because the E-speed doesn't really do that much, and we are in the sun, so Morning Sun. Woo! Full heal, baby! What I'm talking about. Alright, Fuga full level. Crobat's the last one. Fuga actually does outspeed Crobat, fun fact. And with those low defenses and offenses also not being anything too crazy, I think a Heat Wave should be able to get it done here. Wow, not even. Alright, Flame Burst. Cool. Well, that battle was harder than it should have been because Zapdos sold. Yeah, you hear that, Zapdos? You sold the whole team. Are you proud? I don't even know how to get back now. Great. Please don't launch me into, like, a random trainer. That's, like, my biggest fear right now. Okay, there we go. So that launched me in front of a random trainer, and then we kind of got cooked. To be fair, it was also largely on me. I was so scared of not being able to sweep that I didn't just keep Zapdos in the game. I probably could have just gone with agility and then worried about the charge later. Either way, though, we got to get Zapdos some levels, man. Let's see, what can I do? So current moveset, Ancient Power Charge, Agility Discharge. I need to get a physical attack on Zapdos, as crazy as it might sound. Zapdos, you got Rock Tomb, right? Random question? No. I don't know why I thought it did. Definitely doesn't get Flame Charge, right? Yeah. Maybe get Sky Drop. There we go. Alright, Zapdos gets Sky Drop, and I'm going to replace Ancient Power because nobody ever gets that Omni Boost anyways. Alright, now what we're going to do is also go to the PC. Because that battle also told me I am definitely not ready for Skyla. If her gym trainers are giving me trouble like that. No, not deposit. Alright, let's see. So I think it's fair to say we're probably not going to use Abomasnow against Skyla. Could train Pawniard. Right? I feel like a Dark and Steel type and Bisharp would be solid. So maybe we'll bring on Pawniard. I'm also thinking of replacing Sawk for the battle. Maybe with Emboar? We do also have Claydol to set screens, and that's always helpful. And we don't get light clay yet, right? I mean, I think we can get it from the battle subway, but that is even more tedious of a task. Let me see here. No, our best chance is to try to get a Pokemon that's holding it. Alright, that's fine. That is fine. In that case, let's do... Maybe I will go to Emboar. Right, because Emboar's ground in this, which means that we don't have our weakness to flying. Although, we can't use half our stabs, which might suck. I mean, looking at Skyla's team also, right? She is going to have that Archeops, which is not fantastic for Emboar, but not the worst thing. What I'm mostly worried about is Swanna. Swanna would eviscerate Emboar. Not too thrilled about Gligar. You know what? Maybe I will do Donzo. Yeah. Let's bring Donzo as a support mon. And then this will be our team for... wait a minute. Maybe I can go... Because Floatzel has Ice Punch, right? Yeah. Victini has Fusion Bolt also. And they're not stab moves, but they still are pretty solid to have here. So maybe... I don't know. Shope is definitely, right, with Rock Slide. Also Metal Claw. Maybe we don't even need Kenjaku. We could also put Kenjaku to the back for now. Yeah. Alright, let's... That's what I'm gonna do. Alright. So let's start here. And from here, we go up this way. I don't think I have a repel on, but I should, but it's alright. I really could just battle that one trainer too, and I'm kind of tempted to. Just so I don't have to like sneak around him every time. Leafeon, Blaziken, Miltank, Slowking. Leafeon, Blaziken, Miltank, Slowking. You know what? If I had Toji, I definitely would. But that's alright. I don't really feel like it. Alright. Share. There we go. What's going on, Sethright? I now have a greater version of Hate VGC. I accidentally paralyzed my Staraptor, my main damaging Pokemon, because I was playing All Out Protect Cap style. Wait, how did you accidentally... how did you accidentally paralyze your Staraptor? What, it got caught in a discharge or something? Maybe if I just go V-Create here, right? Should be able to Oko Espeon. Nice. Alright, Nue. Yeah, you're in with Skydrop. There it is. Sure, you can learn Slash, I guess. Alright, so we've got our plan now. Espeon goes down. Anyway, comes out. Anyway, you just still have a lucky egg, right? Yeah. Wanted to make sure we were getting full XP. Stub. Place with assurance. No, I think we're good. At what point does Pawniard evolve also? '52? Ugh, Gen 5! Is this a Nuzlocke? Yeah. Ninetales kind of the GOAT. Hey. At this stage in the game, Ninetales is clutch. But if y'all were here for the earlier parts of the run, y'all know Vulpix gave us high blood pressure like crazy. Alright, then yeah, we'll just go back to right here. Wonder. Let me just confirm something. I wonder how much XP you'll get from this. Alright, so just light screens. Why feint attack here, right? Out of curiosity. Oh, wait a minute. Ezra can do it. Ah, boo. Ezra with the whopping 9200 XP. We don't need Metal Sound. Or Urza, sorry, not Ezra. Why? How did I get the name wrong? I named her. Also, that's definitely not level 52. That's level 36. I wonder if they changed it then. Let me just check here. Yeah, they did. Evolution level 37. Cool. So yeah, now we have a Bisharp. Cool. I am far from mad at that. Pressure as an ability is garbage though. We're definitely going to want to switch that to Defiant. Pressure's not a garbage ability, it's just on Bisharp we have a lot better options. Either way though, back to regularly scheduled programming. Alright, let's go recreate here. Clefly with Thunder Wave to paralyze Gengar because it was getting annoying with Taunt. Mr. Raptor tried to paralyze. Ah, the dreaded misclick. Yeah, I can't say I haven't been there before. It'd be like that. What have you been? What moves have you been using to support Staraptor? I've seen people use a lot. Charm, right? Because that drops attack, but with Contrary obviously raising. I've seen people use Tickle because I believe Tickle is attack and defense. So a few options that you have here. Obviously you have close combat, so Staraptor can boost its own defenses. Tailwind, you know, it's not really a contrary play there, but who doesn't love having twice your speed during the battle? Compound V, you know what? Don't give up on Zen Head. Yeah, I'll give up on Zen Head, but I've kind of enjoyed the fact that this Victini is entirely gimmicked. in that it's entirely legal. As much as having, you know, better move coverage and stuff would be a lot easier, I do enjoy the gimmick. Jolly-natured Bisharp with pressure as an ability is not gonna fly here, unfortunately. Good news is, once we get that level right, Bisharp can probably solo the whole team. And that'll also be great levels up. Weapon Embargo. Yeah, once we get like an Iron Head and a Night Slash on her, though, true threat. Dude, Nue, you level up so slow, man. Like, oh my goodness. Alright, let me see if Zapdos can finally OHKO this Espeon. Literally, the only reason why I care about the Espeon OHKO is because of Future Sight. Although I do have Bisharp in the background. Maybe I don't have to worry about the Future Sight. Either way, let's look at our Zapdos, man. Level 53. We run a Calm, Timid Nature on it. EVs are literally nothing. Or IVs are nothing, I should say. When I say IVs are nothing, I mean, look at this, man. Look at this. Our highest IV is an attack. Dude, that's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. Zapdos, you should be embarrassed. But anyways, see how much a Discharge does against Espeon here. Guaranteed to a KO. Shoot. Well, whatever. See, if I had the guaranteed OHKO, I would go for it. But again, Future Sight, kind of threatening. If it doesn't get a Future Sight off, we're kind of in the clear, though, right? Because Blissey can't take out anything, but either way, I mean, we only have a couple more levels for Nue, because the level cap is 56. I'm thinking 55 should be solid here. Also curious, though, to see what it does to Skyla's Mandibuzz. Discharge is a 3-hit KO? Are we serious? Dude, how bulky is Mandibuzz? I mean, I kind of already had accepted, right? We're not getting that OHKO off. But jeez, man. Alright, if we can get the magnet from Chargestone Cave, maybe that'll help us too here. Clefty, Thunderwave, Refract, Light Screen, and other you forgot. Grimmsnarl, Scary Face, Special Defense Raise, Spirit Break, Weavile, Baby Doll, Eyes Triple. Alright, so those aren't bad. Weavile as a support mon, I'm gonna let you know right now, you are wasting its potential. It does get some okay support moves, especially with a mon like Staraptor being able to take advantage of, you know, Contrary. But Weavile being a glass cannon is like, you know, a fake out and a Mach Punch away from being out of there. So I mean, while it can be used as a support mon, I wouldn't generally recommend it. You know, and again, I'm no Wolf Glick or anything. That's just my personal analysis. Grimmsnarl's fantastic support mon. Oh, Psycho Cut. Yeah, let's learn Psycho Cut. Yeah, fantastic support mon in Grimmsnarl. Scary Face. I'm kind of blanking on what else Grimmsnarl has. I believe it gets Charm, though. If Grimmsnarl gets Charm, that would also make it really, really good for Staraptor. And I'm talking based on these being supports for Staraptor. Obviously, you know, these moves aren't great as support on other Pokemon. But if you're looking for Staraptor support, you're gonna want somebody with Charm. Somebody also with something that can probably boost either its speed or your team speeds, like a Tailwind or Scary Face user. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, really just something to boost attack and speed. And then maybe some redirection. What I would recommend that I've seen a lot of people use is Whimsicott. Because Whimsicott gets access to Tailwind, number one, for the speed boost. it gets access to, I believe it gets Sunny Day, which means that electric type moves outside of Mega Raichu Y do not have either full accuracy for Thunder, so I shouldn't say electric type moves, but Thunder doesn't get full accuracy, and Electro Shot doesn't hit in 2 turns, both of which are big threats for Mega Staraptor. In addition, it also gets, I think I already said Tailwind, but it gets Charm too, so raising attack by 2 stages there is very, very good for Mega Staraptor. Alright, let's go V-Create. Espeon goes down again. Niue, you're up. I love how it always goes for Light Screen. First turn, too. Out of curiosity, when does Bisharp get Night Slash? You do get Night Slash, right, Bisharp? Level 49. Okay, cool. I'm not tripping. I was like, why would the Dark type slashing Pokemon not get Night Slash? Just had to make sure. Recreate. Phenomenal. Come back out here to Niue. As soon as I get Night Slash, it is on for Espeon. Mind you, this is still technically a Gen 5 game, right? They didn't do it like Radical Red and give all Gen 9 Pokemon. Man, if they had Kingambit in this game, I'm telling you, it would have been over. At least Compound V's getting some good levels here too. In fact, V would have more levels if we weren't swapping out of the Blissey fight and making it share the XP. Alright, one more for Niue. Alright, cool. Niue's of level. And then the only reason why I'm not gonna use Bisharp just yet is because I want to get its let me pull up Bisharp real quick. Pull up stats and all that. I know its attack is solid. Yeah, 125 attack, 100 defense, everything else kind of lackluster. It's also making me realize that Kingambit's attack and defense are pretty monstrous here. But anyways, 125 attack. We don't need any speed on it. I mean, space speed is 70, even with a Jolly Nature. There's not much covering for that. Like, I guess in Tailwind, it would be okay. But if we do, I'm going to do something that I rarely do. Let's go on the Smogon database and look at its recommended natures and all that. So this one has, so yeah, they're all Defiant, of course, Adamant Nature. Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, Substitute, and either Low Kick or Iron Head. Dang, it only has one recommended set. Oh, that's for UU. For doubles, it's a little different. Night Slash, Sucker Punch, Low Kick, Protect. Sensing a theme with the Sucker Punch, Night Slash, Iron Head, Protect. That one I'm kind of liking. Sucker Punch, Iron Head, Brick Break, Night Slash. So we all want the Sucker Punch. That is very clear to me now. How does it get the Sucker Punch? Egg moves. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so we're gonna have to teach it Sucker Punch, which is fine. We do have, we have the code for that. We have the code for that and for Defiant. It's just annoying because I hate using those codes. They work, but they're a little bit of a pain to get them to work. And if you're not careful, you can kind of mess up a decent amount. So, it's alright though. I've done it enough times to be careful. Yeah, this Bisharp. As strong as Bisharp is, I believe that Bisharp will be a great asset against Skyla. So that's a big part of the reason why I'm investing here. Back that way. Oops. Alright. First thing we're going to want to do, save 4 times. Revive for Raichu because of meta, and also Raichu gets Charm. Not only does Raichu get Charm, but Raichu gets Lightning Rod, which is good because if you're running it with Staraptor, then it can redirect lightning attacks too. Electric attacks, I should say. Gonna get Whimsicott. Yeah, I mean, I love Whimsicott. Personally, I am a huge Whimsicott supporter. Whimsicott is great in doubles. Even in singles, you can make Whimsicott work. I know a lot of people don't, but between Priority Substitute and Leech Seed, along with getting access to Giga Drain, and Moonblast, right? You can make a decent, decently annoying Pokemon if you can get time in to, like, set up a substitute. You're good. You're good. Let's say, you send Whimsicott into, like, a Swampert, right? They're definitely going to switch out. You set up a sub and Leech Seed their next Mon. You're chilling. You're chilling. You throw a leftovers on it too, dude. That's 24%. That's not true. That's 18% health recovered every turn. Yeah, you're chilling. Plus the Giga Drain restoration. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Whimsicott is a great mon. I'm a huge Whimsicott fan personally. I've loved Whimsicott since Gen 5 because I have an older cousin who plays Pokemon, and he is a great Pokemon player. He's always been better than me. But I saw him using a Whimsicott one time, and me, I was 11 when Gen 5 came out, so I'm like, well, this guy using Whimsicott. Like, what's so good about it, I'm the guy who chose a fire type starter, right? So to me, grass type Pokemon been weak at that point. And then he tells me about Prankster and everything that Whimsicott gets access to. I'm like, oh no, this thing's a demon. But anyways, what I've been meaning to do since I'm here. First thing I want to do is go to someone's PC and make sure none of our Pokemon are marked. Okay. Marking. No marking. No marking. Markings. These don't matter as much because they're KO'd, but just to make sure. Alright, cool. No markings is step 1. Step 2 is to pull up our reference. We're looking for 80 here. 80. Right. Now, markings. Let's do these 2. It usually doesn't require 2, but there we go. All right, that was easy. That's probably the quickest ability change we've been able to pull off. Usually it's a lot more difficult than that. Alright, turn off ability changes. Then we have the move modifier, which definitely gonna have to do some more research there. Not do some more research, but just figure out exactly what it was. Oh, right. This is the one. This is the easier one. Yeah, I remember now. Oh, I remember now. I don't know why I threw on an accent for that. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, it's on the move modifier. And then, what is our first item out of curiosity? Go to our bag. Spell tag. Alright, we're gonna get a bunch of spell tags. So now what we're gonna want to do is press LNR. Why do I keep going to Pokemon? Bag. Here we go. 559. And then we're gonna want to find the corresponding number. 170, 559 minus 170. We're not gonna put a calculator for this. We're gonna do some math in our heads because never a bad idea to practice your mental math abilities. So let's see, 559 minus 100 is 459, minus 59 is 400, minus one more to make it 60. Okay, it's 399, and then we want another 10 is 389. I want to throw out 389 spell tags. Might have been easier to start from a higher number. It's alright. What did I say? 389. Should give us 170. Mental math. Alright, what was step 2 of this? I think we had to press like start or select or something. Yeah, and then so after we do that, we press select. TM83 should be Sucker Punch now. Maybe I should leave the bag first. Mind Reader. Is this out of date? You shouldn't be Mind Reader. Ah. I messed up. It should be Mind Reader. Where I made the mistake was that it's not, you don't want to have the amount remaining. You want to have, or you want to throw out the amount that you're looking for. That's what it is. Okay. So I didn't want to have 389 remaining. Or I didn't want to throw out 389. I wanted to have 389 remaining. That's fine. We can always just, so we trash 170 of them. Okay. Probably should have read the guide a little bit slower, and I would have seen it's telling you how many you want to throw away, not how many you want to have left. Alright, 150 spell tags. Come out of here. Go back in, and there we go. Sucker Punch. Unable. Oh, because you can't learn it via... Okay. We gotta get a little bit more creative then here. That's a little annoying, but that's okay. Fell for Whimsicott. I forgot Whimsicott also gets Encore. Dude, Encore is a crazy move. When you think about it, right? Like I think it was a tweet. It was either a tweet or a TikTok that I saw a couple weeks ago that was talking about like just how insane Encore is if you really think about it. Like, yeah, you know, it is a matter of either switch out or, you know, if you get Encored into like a speed boosting move, assuming that your opponent doesn't have Prankster, you're out after those 3 turns because you should be faster than them by then. But if your opponent does have Prankster, you have to switch out. That is it. If you're not a dark type Pokemon or psychic terrain isn't up, you have to switch out. Or if Quick Guard's not out, right? That's it. Like your Pokemon is now useless. You could try to stall out Encore, right? Which in theory could be done, but there's nothing stopping them from frying you while you're Encored. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, you know, not only can they fry you while you're Encored, they can do whatever they want too. Imagine you get like, right? I don't even know if this Pokemon exists, but imagine a Pokemon exists that has both Dragon Dance and Encore. I'm pretty sure Game Freak didn't do this because I'm pretty sure they don't want people hating them entirely. But imagine a Pokemon, right? Encore plus any setup move really is so broken. And I'm inclined to say, I haven't checked this, so don't quote me on this. I'm inclined to say that most Encore Pokemon probably don't even get good setup moves for that exact reason. But even if you get something like a Howl, you know, raise your attack by 1 stages, having 3 turns to do that freely is nuts. Or if you're a Pokemon like Whimsicott, right? Even if you don't force a switch out, Encore, you hit them with Charm 3 times. If it's a physical attacker, that Pokemon is useless. You can now do whatever you want. It's crazy what you can do with Encore. If you trap them somehow, either with like Mean Look or Shadow Tag, again, nothing they can do. That Pokemon is unusable. It is essentially fainted. It's a dead Pokemon walking. Encore is a crazy move. That being said, you know, there are a million ways out of Encore. For starters, if you get Encored, 1, you could predict it, right? If you think your opponent's going to go for Encore and you're like, you know what? I got my Swords Dances off. I got my Calm Minds off. Time to press an attacking move. You can predict it. Number 2, if you can switch out of it, if it's not too disadvantageous, you can switch out of it. But yeah, Encore is a crazy move when you think about it, bruh. Edit contrary to affect status effects, you get double speed. That would be so broken though, because then all you'd have to do is run like contrary Toxic Orb Superior. And now you have a Pokemon that not only gets a stat boost every time it uses Leaf Storm, but also heals itself. In theory, it would be a cool idea, but I feel like it would be way too easy to take advantage of that. Or like imagine like, right? Imagine Flame Orb on like Garchomp with Contrary. That's skill swap Contrary. So let's say you've been playing a VGC battle. You have like a skill swap, I don't know, Farigiraf onto a Contrary Mega Staraptor, right? Mega Staraptor's a red herring. Everybody's like, let's KO the Staraptor. You get your skill swap off, and then bring in Garchomp after Staraptor's out, get off a Swords Dance plus a Flame Orb. GG's. Whole battle is over. It's over. It's done. It is donezo. Alright, what was I doing? I was trying to teach Sucker Punch to Bisharp, which a little bit more difficult than I would like it to be, but we work. So it's not the TM modifier. I mean, it is the TM modifier. Problem is, I think if your Pokemon can't learn the move via TM normally, or maybe I messed up. Maybe it can learn it. Because I thought that the issue was that if it can't learn TM 83, yeah, it's like the one caveat. And I think the reason why I know this is the case is... So TM83 normally is Workup, and Victini can normally learn Workup, but it can't learn Sucker Punch, and you see how it says able to learn? That's how you know. Now I'm wondering though. Nah, I'm not even gonna play with it. There should be a code here somewhere though to just enable any Pokemon to learn any TM. Or not. Let's find out. Let's try this. This one apparently is learn any TM or HM. Oh, did I already have this on? I did already have this. Okay. I spent all this time looking. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Yeah, alright. I went to go paste it in and I'm looking right at it. I don't know how I like just skipped over that before. There we go. Alright, Urza. Yeah, we'll forget Feint Attack for the real Sucker Punch. We also don't need the move modifier. Alright, there we go. Last thing then is to also, I believe, run... Yeah. Adamant Nature. So, Bisharp, hope you enjoyed being jolly while you can. It's time to get more adamant about things. There we go. Look at that beautiful 134 attack stat. 113 on the speed, I'm not gonna lie, is not awful either. But now that we have Niue, I'm also gonna work on leveling up Compound V. We do need our Magnet too. I have a few ideas also on how to deal with Mandibuzz. There's also a Cresselia at the top of this tower that I'm going to get at some point. Maybe not today, but at some point. Back this way. Shouldn't you also have Night Slash? Or am I tripping? Didn't it say level 49 was supposed to be Night Slash for you? I mean, we can learn Night Slash. I'm not complaining. But... yeah, whatever. I've already messed with this enough. What item does Compound V have also? Let's just have Compound V do both of these here real quick. Oh, you don't have an item. Alright, we have a Lucky Egg here somewhere for you. Alright, Urza. Woo! Oh, okay, 52. Yeah, let's replace Slash for Night Slash. And then we'll replace that, that Metal Claw with Iron Head. Real quick, do you learn Iron Head normally, or is it another, Oh no, you do learn it normally. Level 57, are you kidding me? Literally one before our level cap. Whatever, we'll be alright. Grimmsnarl lost Charm in Champions. I did not know that. So scratch what I said about Grimmsnarl being a viable... I mean, it is still a very good support mon, right? For anybody who did watch my Radical Red playthrough, you know that Grimmsnarl is huge. I'm a big Grimmsnarl fan for sure. But yeah, without Charm, just for Staraptor specifically, it might not be the best. But it still does get access to both screens, right? Scary Face. I feel like I just heard that they took away a T-Wave, right? They took T-Wave away from Grimmsnarl in their recent patch. So no more T-Wave, which is unfortunate, but you do still get Scary Face. Spirit Break is, you know, good in case you end up finding yourself taunted too. See, I'm a big Grimmsnarl fan for sure. I wish it got Will-O-Wisp, but I kind of get why it doesn't get Will-O-Wisp. You know, I feel like that's just kind of asking for too much at this point. But I do like Grimmsnarl a lot. Should be doing is throwing on a lucky egg onto Urza, not a XP share, but that's alright. Alright, we should be honestly good to go here. I don't feel like I need much more from this trainer. 54, 54. You know, let's go 55, 55. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I'm going to regret if I don't. Every time I say, well, I don't want to push the level cap, I end up in the gym battles struggling more than I need to be. Because I end up being like a level or two below the gym leader's Pokemon. And then we'll just have, we'll have you take out Blissey so that Urza doesn't get quite as much XP. Yeah, there we go. Alright, anybody else that we want to level up while we're here? One more for Shope, maybe, yeah. Alright, so team's coming together. Niue, Danzo, V, Urza, Shope, Fuga. Take out Espeon. Got Blissey. A lot of XP there. Drill Run. I don't see any reason to take this over Earthquake. Critical hits land more easily, but without perfect accuracy, I think I'm good. Alright, we do need somebody to help train Danzo, because everybody else is approaching level cap. So, let's see. Pulse effect wore off. I also want to get that magnet from Chargestone Cave. Oh, I don't have my flyer with me. Shoot. Alright. Sorry, team. We're on foot. Alright. Head back this way. Who's going to help Danzo level up? Who is not already at level cap that can help Danzo level up? Tails, maybe. Maybe. Let's pull up Floatzel's Learn set. See what we have to look forward to here. Oh, is that 44 I was looking at? 50, we get Razor Wind. 62, we get Aqua Tail. Looking at TMs, I'm not all that impressed. Once we get access to the HM for Waterfall, like, yeah, that'll be great, but for now, you know. I mean, I can look at when we get that, but I'm already knowing that Waterfall is one of the last ones, one of the last HMs that you tend to get. So I'm not particularly optimistic about that. Yeah, Route 18. Alright. That's fine. Because... Does Floatzel get Sucker Punch? Out of curiosity. Where's that tab that I had? No, you don't. Floatzel gets crunched though, right? Yeah, Floatzel definitely gets crunch. Well, it gets crunched through level up in black white 2. It also gets crunched through level up in black white 1. Alright, now I just have to find the move tutor. Or move rememberer. Ah, perfect. Perfect, apparently. Should be already there. They're saying in Maestralton City, so hold on. You find the Cerebisaurus, yeah. Located within Maestralton City. House to the right of the Pokemon Center. Okay. It's probably this one. That's to the left. I don't know my lefts from my rights. Wow. Ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen. The Reminder Girl. This is what I'm looking for. Give me a heart scale. Yeah. Dude. Alright, old man rant incoming. Let me adjust my glasses like how old people do too. You young kids have no idea how easy you have it. Back in the day, it used to be so difficult just to build a viable team. You used to have to search far and wide, using things like pickup, using things like the dowsing machine, using moves like thief, just to hope to get an item like the heart scale for a one-time use to relearn a move that your Pokemon learned at level 26. 26, by the way, it evolved at level 30. If Floatzel evolves from Buizel at level 30, I bet you these young whippersnappers can't tell you how in Arceus' name it could have learned Crunch at level 26. Alright, let's find a heart scale, man. Ugh. If it's not one thing, it's another. I really hope it's not going to be a matter of, like, fishing it off of a love disc. I'm going to be really upset if it is. But I just know it is. Okay, wait a minute. Desert Resort and Driftvale City. And Cold Storage and Dragon Spiral Tower. But I feel like these are all going to be just encountering it off of a love disc. But let's find out. Let's open up their locations. Well, maybe not. Oh, okay, cool. So not Desert Resort because there exists no love disc in Desert Resort. I knew that. All right, so we're gonna look for a heart scale in Desert Resort now. Like we said, if it's not one thing, it's another. But we are so close. All right, Kenjaku. They're coming with me from Niue. Oh, there's also, it said one in Castelia City, actually. So maybe if I don't have to search around on the ground there. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't. It was Driftvale City that it said it was in. All right, let's check Driftvale. Heart Scale is there as a gift. Let's fight a Driftvale then instead, so I don't have to look around on the ground everywhere. Cool. Time to just start talking to people, I guess. Not you, you're the mystery gift guy. Driftvale's famous Heartbreaker. Okay, maybe that's who that is. That gives the heart scale. It's not you, but I got the repeat ball, so thank you. Is it you? Isn't Heartbreaker a trainer class? Isn't it those bald dudes? Alright, I'm looking for a bald dude. Maybe. Maybe he's not even the one that gives you the heart scale. I guess I'll just talk to everybody. I could easily Google which one is it, but... Shell bell. That's nice. Keep that on my body. What do you say? My Snover with your Wilmer? Well, I don't have a Wilmer. Snover, we already also picked up. Although now knowing that I didn't have to do that. That's the pledge moves, right? Yeah. No, this is just cold storage, right? Yeah. Alright, let's check this market area. Ah, wait a minute. Maybe it's this guy riding his bike. There we go. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker Charles. Rotation battle. Didn't we already learn about this? Sure. You know, I feel like I'm gonna have to beat this guy. What's the level cap here? Like 40? 35. Alright. He did kind of luck out with the... Nah, he didn't luck out on anything. Matter of fact, yeah, you want to send out a fortress? Cool. Get ready to learn sun-boosted flame burst. Oh, no sun. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Lack of sun definitely works in my favor. You know, I could have seen that coming. Oh, right, we're not sun boosted. Yeah. Oh, and you smoked the solar beam. Ah, Ninetales, man. You don't want to see me be great. And I don't know why. I can't tell why. But you don't. Alright, let's get a swap in here. Substitution. Kenny. There we go. Right, give me that heart scale, man. That wasn't even the... Well, that's the most heartbreaking part about it. I'm thinking heartbreak or heart scale makes sense, right? No, it doesn't make sense. Alright. Let's go on this market. It's supposed to be a gift, too, not purchasable. So I'm not talking to any shop owners. Is there an item back there? Do you a favor. See a Pokemon that has learned Wild Charge? I hope it's not that lady that she's gonna be like, oh, if you show me a Pokemon with Wild Charge, I'll give you a Heart Scale. Oh, maybe it's somebody in here. Dude, is it really gonna be like the last person that I talk to? Still. Excuse me, sir. Sir! Sir! There we go. Oh, that and he didn't even. Alright, well, I've talked to everybody in Driftvale, except for, like, this kid. Who doesn't want to sit still either. Was that lady with the specific move. That's annoying. Alright, well, I guess we could also find one in the cold storage, so let's check the details of that. There is also Desert Resort, which was our original plan, but if I can avoid having to search around on the ground, I will. It's also on the floor in the cold storage. Alright, well, let's go to the cold storage, I guess, then. That's so annoying. Pokemon that can learn wild, that has learned Wild Charge. Not even that can learn. That has learned it. Like, I guess, man, if that's what she really wanted to see. Alright, what do we have leading? Tails. Yeah, Tails should be good here. Watch it be this item too. This one, because I remember that item from the first time I came here. And not being able to get to it. Oh, okay, that was easy. TM Scald. Not a heart scale, but still pretty useful. Oh, shoot. Alright, here we go. Ooh, good matchup. Bad matchup. Belly drum. Mind you, I'm doing all this to get Floatzel Crunch, bro. Like, I'm really risking life and limb here, man. Turn around. What are you waiting for? There we go. Razor Claw. Dude, why is it heart scale? When I tell you, they actually used to make it, like, impossible to build teams, bro, back in the day. Like, this item that I'm looking for, I need this just to relearn moves that my Pokemon would have already learned. This is nuts, man. Alright, well, it's clearly not inside anywhere here, so cool. It was kind of a waste of time, but at least now I know. Alright, back outside. Just because I don't feel like dealing with... Yo, what? Alright, we're going to Desert Resort. Jeez, man. I love how, like, for Game Freak, this was, like, completely viable, too, by the way. Like, that was their plan. It was, like, if you want to relearn a move, you can only do so a limited number of times. Technically not limited, because there is Love Disc and all that. But might as well have been limited, man. Like, at the very least... make it a purchasable item. Jeez, this is such a hassle. Alright, looking for the heart scale that is in Desert Resort. Let me look at the item changes too, actually, because I just realized that they did change some items here. And I'd be pretty mad if you could not get... Okay, it doesn't seem like they changed anything here. We can also get... oh, we can get the TM for Flamethrower in the Relic Castle. That's probably worth exploring, right? But before that, yeah, we gotta find... heart scale. You gotta be guarding something, right? Do I have the dowsing machine? Is that something that I should be using here? Rare candy. Alright. And see, I know what y'all are thinking. Have you considered that the heart scale is hidden by the dowsing machine? Well, Cerebi typically tells you when an item will require the dowsing machine. And since Cerebi didn't say anything in this case. I'd assume not, but you never know. Yeah, like rare candy, it says dowsing machine, but hard scale, it just says floor. Plus, black glasses are also listed as floor, and I'm pretty sure those were very easily just pick-upable. Without the need to douse. There's the Relic Castle. Are you the heart scale? Thank you. Oh, goodness. Lord, man. Alright, I am going into Relic Castle, too. I'm not going to encounter anything because there are a number of legendary encounters here. But there is also TM Flamethrower in here. And for Ninetales, yes, Heat Wave has been getting the job done, but fun fact, Heat Wave only has an accuracy of like 95. And in Nuzlocke, that can literally be life or death. That can be life or death in, you know, any battle. But in a Nuzlocke, when death is permanent, I should say. Armor Fossil. This is the same castle I just went in, right? Yeah. I know the actual entrance is around here somewhere because I found it before. There we go. Alright, Relic Castle. Old Amber. I could have sworn I already got that, but maybe not. Maybe I didn't save, I don't know. Either way, back up here. I think I had to battle this guy, right, to go any further? No. Maybe I battled the person above him then. Either way, I'm not worried about Litwick in the slightest. Light work team. I'm sure I'm gonna have to battle at least one of these trainers right here to get downstairs. Because I'm almost positive I am gonna have to go downstairs. But let's try this first. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it is just that second quicksand pit. So let's see. Where do I go? Around this way. Oh, no, there is only one quicksand pit. Okay. Never mind. Oh, okay. They're not trainers. You still can't move ahead because there's too much sand. Are we for real? Are we actually for real? Is this a real thing? And I gotta battle her too. Alright. That's great. That's awesome. And you just confused me. Yeah, that Endeavor had me a little shook, I won't lie. Anyways, let's get out of here. Back to my Stralton. Heal up. Respect the grind. Do I know of any iOS compatible versions for black and white mods? Personally, no I don't. And I do not recommend using them. I recommend doing what I do and just playing Pokemon Black on the Nintendo DS with a purchased copy from the Pokemon Company and Game Freak and Nintendo, because anything else would be theft, and theft is illegal, and that is not something that I recommend at all. I mean, that's just like, it's wrong, right? It's the wrong thing to do. I wouldn't really recommend it in the slightest. Like, I wouldn't recommend that you use something like Dolphin, bro. Like, I wouldn't recommend that. Anything like Drastic, you know, don't do that. Melon DS, don't use Melon DS, bro. Like, don't do those. Companies like those are just like, they're taking from people, you know? They're taking from people. RetroArch is another one that's just they're taking from companies that I personally, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. That's why I prefer to just, go on my DS with my purchase copy of the game and use that. Staraptor's currently top mega in doubles. Makes sense. Can't say I'm surprised. Top 6 in singles is a little surprising. Contrary has always been decent in singles, actually. I should say. Well, when I say contrary, I should say Superior has always been decent in singles. Remember the free Roblox from a shady website area? Shady website? Oh, era? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's been a thing since I was a kid. Before free Robux, and once again, I'm going to age myself here, but before free Robux, it was free iTunes gift cards. Back in the day when everything was iTunes. Alright, Tails. We're gonna give you Crunch back. Ooh, Ice Fang looks cool. Where's Crunch? You know what I should do? No. Before I do, give up on Crunch. Okay. Where's that heart scale? You can't move things around in your bag, can you? No, you can't. That's annoying. Alright, never mind. I was gonna say we can use the TM thing, right? The TM action replay hack to get like 559 of them. But it's alright, we don't need to. Alright, now that we have Crunch on Tails. Alright. Let's go to Nimbasa, and while I said that I was, well, I said that I was done with this doctor, especially because we have the nurse in Celestial Tower now. Might have to make a quick visit to the doctor. Where's Chansey? Just because that Espeon is, like, slightly threatening. But we should be good with an Aqua Jet right here. Yeah. Maybe. No, because we're not keeping Danzo in for long enough to win Cosmic Power. Let's give you a Lucky Egg, wherever those are. Alright, this should be good enough. I wish you could fly to, like, Celestial Tower, but it's alright. Wait, what was that? When I hit fly. Oh, zoom in, okay. I was like, plus button, can I add more places to fly to? I did not expect prep for this battle to take so long, too. It's been almost 2 hours, man, and I'm still putting the team together. I guess that is the nature of the Nuzlocke, right? If you don't spend more time preparing than battling, you're never going to get through it. Alright. Anticipate I'll be faster. I was right. No Oko, but that's fine if you're just gonna fake tears. Oh, you're annoying for that. Alright, Blissy's out. I wonder how much Aqua Jet would do. Just, let's see. Well, with our level up, I wonder if we can now Oko with Crunch. Oh, so close. Alright, you're gonna, Hyper Potion here, we know. Okay, now can we Oko with Crunch? Please, beautiful. Can I Oko with Aqua Jet? Oh, so close. I forgot about the potion, yeah. Is Razor Wind a physical or special attack? I think it's special. Where's my Floatzel tab here that had Razor Wind? Yeah, it's special. I don't need it. Donzo at level 50. Just need to get these Pokemon to their to the level cap, and then we'll be good. 51 on Donzo, 51 on Tails, 52 on Tails. Two. Four. No, I'm not gonna take the risk. I could Aqua Jet do it, but I wasn't even gonna try. Power Set allows me to switch my attack power with the target, right? Cool gimmick, but I don't think I need it. Alright. Let's do one more because our level cap is 56 and Donzo is not quite at 55 yet. Here we go. Did Donzo not level up from that? That's a little absurd. But you know what? Can't trust the small stuff. Alright, let's go grab our Zapdos and go take down the rest of the gym. Not even the gym leader. I just realized we do still have the rest of the gym to battle through. Okay, that'll be fun. Do I really have to do that all over again because I forgot to throw on my repel? Alright, for those of you who weren't paying attention, I have to go do that all over again. Because my repel wore off, and literally the first step that I took, I got an encounter. And I have not used my Celestial Tower encounter yet. Meaning that That why not would have been all I had. Yeah. Rules of a Nuzlocke are that your first encounter, you do in fact have to... You don't have to catch, but your first encounter is the only Pokemon you can catch in a given area, I should say. So that's why you'll see me do so many, use so many repels. Dude, of course it's... Of course it was first step, too. Like, I barely even had the time to, like, process and be like, oh, wait a minute, my repel just wore off. Let me put another one on. That's so annoying, man. Are you kidding me? Alright, now I'm gonna go in and I gotta, like, save after, every time I level up here. I'm taking a break from champions. I dislike fighting Mega Staraptor. Let me think. Counters for Mega Staraptor. Funny enough, Whimsicott. I've seen a lot of people use Worry Seed Whimsicott to take away Contrary. And at that point, not only is its support useless, but also close combat no longer boosting its defenses, meaning that it means that it's going to be a lot more conservative about when it uses those. So I've seen Worry Seed, Whimsicott. Anything that can take Contrary away, number one, is going to be your best fan. Not best fan, best friend. So Worry Seed, Whimsicott for the priority. Skill swappers are good. I would say Farigiraf would be a decent skill swapper because of it having access to Psychic. Also threatens Mega Staraptor. Funny enough, and I don't recommend you actually use this Pokemon on your team, but Malamar. Malamar is also a solid counter because Malamar has access to the move Topsy-Turvy, which for those of you who don't know, it flips around your opponent's stat changes. So you can completely just reverse everything that Staraptor built. Other than that, let me think what else. Will-O-Wisp, right? Prankster Sableye Will-O-Wisp, because Contrary, like we talked about before, doesn't affect status moves. There's another thing too, Seth, right? You were saying you wish Contrary also affected status moves. Imagine if you couldn't even burn Staraptor. Imagine if, like, the one saving grace against physical monsters was just completely eliminated from the Staraptor conversation. So you could burn it too. Paralysis is an option, but Staraptor is already pretty fast on its own. Plus, if it has Tailwind up, then you're kind of just playing the RNG game. Toxic isn't a bad option if you can stall, but like stall teams, I feel like in Champions, nobody's running stall really. Let me think what else. Staraptor is a physical attacker. You're gonna want physical. Oh, Metagross. There we go. Mega Metagross. Because Staraptor needs at least 2 close combats to not get O-code by Metagross's Psychic Fangs. Assuming you're running Adamant Nature with Mega Metagross. So yeah, Mega Metagross is gonna be ginormous. Not only that, but Staraptor can't really kill Metagross. Without decent support, it has no way of boosting its attack. Metagross has a bunch of defense and a bunch of HP. And like I said, Staraptor needs at least 2 close combats before it can take a Psychic Fang against Metagross. It's not getting 2 of those off against Metagross, right? Psychic Fang already brings it down to like... It O-codes it if it doesn't have +2, right? So that's number 1. If it does have +2, Psychic Fangs is still going to do... I have no calculator in front of me for this, but I would estimate at least half, if not considerably more. So yeah, Mega Metagross actually is going to be a great counter for Staraptor there as well. You said you don't have Whimsicott? Yeah, if you have a Metagross, I would go Mega Metagross. Because Mega Metagross would be definitely really, really good for Staraptor. Mega Raichu is another one, right? Mega Raichu Y outspeeds, and then, is it Y that, yeah. Mega Raichu Y has No Guard, right? And X has Electric Surge. So Mega Raichu Y with, No Guard to outspeed, and then Zap Cannon. Immediate KO there. Even Thunder, I'm sure, could do the job. Maybe Zap Cannon, because a special defense boost might. I don't think it will, because Raichu Y is, what, 160 special attack? No, that's wrong. That's higher than Mega Mewtwo Y. What am I talking about? Let me pull up Raichu's stats for a second. 160 special attack. Who do I think this guy is? Mega Raichu Y special attack is 160. Oh my god, I was right. Are they crazy? Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Wow. Dude, it's been so long since I played Champions. I'm scrolling Twitter, reading all the memes about how broken Staraptor and Raichu are, bro. I get you a Raichu right now, right? And I know you have one, because with the new season update, they gave everybody a Raichu. They gave everybody a Raichu Knight Y and a Raichu Knight X. Throw that Raichu on your team right now. Throw that Raichu on you. 160 with 130. This thing has to be banned. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? This isn't even a Pokemon. This is Garchomp propaganda. Mega Raichu Y is an advertisement for Garchomp. That's all this is. This is ground type propaganda. This is ground type lobbying. That's insane. What does Mega Raichu X have? Nothing. Well, not nothing. That's not correct. 135 attack is still good. Plus, with access to Volt Tackle and Electric Terrain, it's like an Electric type Final Gambit, which is pretty solid. But compared to Y, are you kidding me? This is nuts. 160 attack? Dude, is this the highest special attack stat outside of Deoxys? Is this higher than Deoxys attack? It can't be, right? It's not. Deoxys attack is 180. Okay. Which is also insane. But at least that's, you know, Deoxys. Like, it's supposed to... And it has 20 on its defenses. Like a fake out does 80 to this thing. So that makes sense. Not that Mega Raichu is particularly bulky either. But still, man, 160? 160? So Mega Raichu Y, I believe, has the second highest base special attack of any... No, that's not true either. Mega Chandelure... Alright, I'm tripping over nothing. It's not the highest by any means. The more I think about it, off the top of my head, Mega Chandelure, I think, has 175. And Mega Zygarde, I think, has 216. Zygarde makes sense. Chandelure... What were they thinking? But also Chandelure is not, like, it doesn't have a broken ability, you know. Move pool is solid on Chandelure, you know, the fire types. But yeah, it also only has 90, right? 90 speed to deal with 175 special attack. You can do a lot with that. 90 speed means that if you're not trick roomed up, this thing might be a knockoff victim. This thing might get fried by Earthquake. 130 speed is insane. No wonder why Garchomp on top 1. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What? What was Game Freak thinking? I know they love Pikachu and they wanted their Mega Pikachu, but they couldn't because, honestly, they could have. I'm kind of surprised they didn't, if I'm being completely honest. Right? I mean, once, I don't remember if Mega Raichu X and Y were revealed before or after Mega Floette, but once they established Mega Floette as, you know, it's possible for Pokemon to Mega Evolve without being fully evolved. Granted, right, it is AZ's Floette who has the power of the ultimate weapon with it. So it's not like other Floettes, but I feel like they definitely still could have worked in, like, I don't know, something. The same way that Pikachu and Eevee got Gigantamax forms despite not being starters or legendaries. Or not even starter legendary, fully evolved Pokemon, right? Because that's not who Gigantamax was exclusive to. But the fact that it got, you know, Gigantamax, I feel like they could have done the same for Mega. That being said, I'm kind of glad they didn't, right? It is very clear they wanted to do Mega Pikachu, but you don't always get what you want. Alright, Donzo. So close. Alright. Repel still in effect. That's fine. I'm going to save here so that just in case the repel does wear off. Gotta be somewhere later too. I'm gonna try to wrap this stream off within the next 30 minutes or so. Because I do have to be somewhere, but I still gotta like eat and shower and all that. So, alright. Kenny, take us back to the city. That was not the last thing to do, actually. The last thing to do was find that magnet. There's a magnet somewhere in Chargestone Cave. I don't know where, but it's somewhere. Do I have to battle you? Yeah. Whatever. I guess. You the magnet? Magnet. Perfect. Alright. Preparations are complete for the Skyla gym. I don't think I had a plan for Ninetales. I did have a plan for Shope, though. I am going to keep in Salamence with Dragonclaw, because having access to Moxie, I mean, like, are you kidding me, right? Salamence, I think, I don't know if it's faster than all of Skyla's team, but it definitely is faster than a good amount of them. And so, having access to Moxie to just continually raise our attack, the value cannot be overstated. Alright, go that way. Already battled that guy. Is this an officer? Alright. Put up the trainer roster again. Wherever it is. Oh, it's a pilot. Okay. It's either Pilot Ted or Pilot Chase. You might think it doesn't make much of a difference, but Pilot Chase has an a grass and flying type Pokemon in Jumpluff, meaning that it actually would be immune, not immune, but would only take neutral damage from electric type attacks. We go Ice, it takes 4 times. Ah, man, I guessed wrong. Whatever. Let's see how much Ice Punch does here. I like to see. Alright, Delibird comes out. Gotta be a little cautious here. Baton Pass. Interesting. Scyther has Double Hit, Night Slash, X Scissor, and Double Team. Cool. Strongest move is X Scissor, and that didn't do too much. Yeah, they were not kidding about that. Swagger, Feather Dance, Hyper Voice, Air Slash. Good damage. Fake Out, Seed Bomb, Frost Breath, Baton Pass. You still have Pokemon too? Are we like, really? Sigilyph, Cosmic Power, Psychic, Air Slash, Gravity. Yeah, get out of my face. Alright, Urza, the GOAT. Donzo, I'm also just realizing you still have This game does make it kind of annoying to leave the gym. Wait, so if I was right here, was I just screwed until I either beat or lost to this guy? There was no way for me to go back. That's crazy. And now yo, what is up with Skyla? This is not a safe gym. Who do I report this to? You're launching children in cannons with literally no way for them to get home or get out. Alright, I think Crunch is the stronger base power here. 80 versus... Oh, they're both 80. Okay. Freeze Chance. Yeah, let's go Freeze Chance, I guess. I don't like how much that did. Tropius. Okay. Ice Punch is going to do a lot. Sending Kenjaku to be safe. If I can fly here, right? If I KO with a fly, then Moxie should handle the rest. Oh yeah, Altaria comes in. We're gonna close combat me? Really? Alright, Drifblim, I do have to be careful because if it has Aftermath. Worker Brady's Drifblim has Flare Boost. You're running Flare Boost Drifblim? Good thing I didn't get the Omni Boost. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I would have had to do all that just to get back and get a proper heal in. But 2 trainers down. I don't think there were that many to begin with in the gym, so we should be almost to the gym leader. Had a little bit of a scare there with the, I don't even know what it was that Swoobat used. Psychic, yeah. It also had Future Sight, which, that is what I should have paid attention to, because Future Sight can be a scary move if you're not prepared enough for it. Anyways, we've beaten, what, 3 trainers in this gym? Right? Worker Cliff, Worker Brady, and Pilot Ted. Now it's just Pilot Chase and Worker Arnold left. I mean, I might have to battle all of them. I don't know. I feel like traditionally, you don't have to battle every gym trainer to get to the gym leader in most gyms. But not every gym is the same. And so, I guess we'll find out soon enough. That didn't even take me the right direction, did it? No, yes it did. No, it didn't. Huh? There's something I'm missing. Okay, oh, okay, wait, what if we go... No. Go through here. Ah! Okay, go through here. I knew there was something I was missing. And we definitely need to go through here. Alright, and what did I just say? You know how that you don't have to battle every trainer in every gym? I just saw that guy look the other direction. Like, I just saw you look the other way. Don't do that. I literally just saw you turn your head, bro. Really? Okay. Alright. Let's pull up your roster then. Pilot Chase. Jumpluff that has U-Turn, Cotton Spore, Rage Powder, and Acrobatics. Most importantly, its speed is at 118. But with my speed being at 148... Yeah, I'm decimating this thing. I might even throw on like a Never Melt Ice if I'm really feeling myself. I don't know if I'm really feeling myself though. Let's just send in Tails to get the job done since this guy wants to be like that. Oh, leveled up by accident. But we do have our rule is that leveling up within the gym is legal. Because if the game's not going to enforce any level caps, then we're not going to enforce a level cap for it. Was that a stored power? An unboosted stored power? I also forgot to take the EXP share off of Donzo, so that one is entirely on me, but that's okay. See, I knew these gym trainers weren't serious when I saw him running Pelipper without Drizzle. What are we doing? Again, I'm trapped. Like, what is this, dude? What is this gym that just makes you, like... That's some nonsense, bro. A gym that forces you into back-to-back battles is crazy. Has anybody ever talked about this? Like, I don't mind it, you know? Like, I really don't. My team is fine. I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me. Yeah, I'm just curious if anybody's ever mentioned how, like... This person says the gym is confusing. Yeah, whatever. Either way, one more gym trainer. Worker Arnold, who leads with Swellow, then goes into Farfetch'd, Aerodactyl, Archeops, and Pidgeot. His Pokemon are also the strongest at level 52. Why do I not carry Hyper Potions or anything with me? That will never make sense to me. Kind of just makes you do these back-to-back battles. Agility, Aerial Ace, Endeavor, E-Speed. That Endeavor E-Speed is scary. Also, though, why did I even bother grabbing that Magnet if I wasn't going to give it to a Pokemon, right? Alright, anyway. It outspeeds. I mean, Swellow's fast, I guess. Archeops, Rock Slide, U-Turn, Endeavor, Dragon Pulse. Oh, and we also have, actually, our damage calc already up here. Let me throw the Magnet on and adjust the level for a second. Discharge is saying guaranteed KO, and we do outspeed. It also has Defeatist, which is good. Although, you know how this damage calculator is. Yeah, there we go. Aerodactyl should be the same. Ooh, Aerodactyl's faster than us, though. It is saying Ancient Power is a 4-hit KO, though, interestingly enough. I don't know if it's because Ancient Power has a 60 BP or what. Or Aerodactyl's just not a special attacker. Either way, I'm going to discharge here. Oh yeah, here we go. Cool. Farfetch'd should also get cooked here. Oh yeah, 170 to 201 damage. Only thing I was checking for was any priority moves. Faint. Health getting low, though. That is the concerning part. But Tailwind, Roost, Wing Attack, Agility. What do you mean a 93.8% chance to one-hit KO? We're not serious, are we? And if Wing Attack crits... Oh no, it's a 2 KO. Alright, let's just go discharge here. Thank you. I don't know what they were talking about 90-something% chance to OHKO. This is Zapdos, man. Holding a magnet. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah. It's not that Skylar's Gym is confusing. It's that it doesn't offer a way to ever get back. So if you have, like, a really bad battle, you know, and you want to get back and heal, you simply can't do that. Because the cannons, you know... whatever. Either way, we made it to the gym leader. I think I'm going to keep the same plan of leading with Zapdos. So we have Reflect. Do I want screens? Or do I want... Yeah, I think I'll go screens here. You know what? We set Sun early though, right? Let me look at our team. Because if we set Sun early, then that also means that... that Swanna is a lot weaker and can't... I mean, it can use Hurricane, but the accuracy is going to be a lot lower. She also has a Skarmory too, so I feel like, yeah, it just makes more sense here to bring in... right here. Alright, team. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's look in the bag, see if there's anything that we do want to give. Maybe Black Glasses to Urza. King's Rock I'll consider. Shell Bell to possibly Fuga? I don't even know. I guess Tails isn't the lucky egg. And yeah, just Pokeballs. Alright, team. Everybody locked and loaded. We got Shope, we got Kenny. One thing I might want to do is, I think I have a Dragon Claw in here somewhere. And maybe it was a Razor Claw that I saw. I think it was a Razor Claw. Never mind. I was going to say we could go Dragon Claw to, you know what? I'm going to throw the Bright Powder on, because why not? So Bright Powder on Kinjaku. Alright. I do want to teach a new way Reflect though. See, if I had Hidden Power Ice, I could genuinely just go like Charge. Instead of Sky Drop. Yeah, I could go like Charge and then Agility. Although I think I already outspeed, but if I didn't, Agility would guarantee that I did. And then Sweep. It would be GG's. But whatever. We don't need it. Oh, wrong way. Go. Alright, Skyla. This should be fun. Yeah. Alright, sorry, I just wanted something. This is a double. Ugh, it's a triple battle. You know what? That's on me. That is on me. Good news, though, is that... Alright, you know what? Nah. We're doing this right, and we are doing this with proper preparation. No moves have been made, nothing has been done. We just didn't know it was a triple battle. So... if I was like mid-battle and I decided to reset, that'd be a different story. We're not. So yeah, she opens up with Mana Bus, Skarmory, Braviary. And you can only attack the Pokemon that's like next to you or in front of you, right? Except for the middle one can attack both. Yeah, left cannot target anybody on the right, and vice versa. Center is free to hit anybody. Moves have the same effect in triple. Ah, that means that Discharge is... Okay. But Discharge will only affect adjacent Pokemon. Okay. Meaning, so we got Nue. Nue should not be first then. Oh, no. Nue should be first. And her first mon is going to be Skarmory. Who has Brave Bird, Spike, Steel Wing, and Roost. So we go Shope then for the middle. And Fuga to set Sun. Fuga's going to be able to Heat Wave on both Braviary and Skarmory, while Nue is going to be able to Discharge on Mandibuzz and Skarmory. Shope is going to be able to Rock Slide. Alright, this is a good start. Yeah, I like this. Alright, now that we actually know that's a triple battle. Alright, so what we can do now is... That's fine, only 10 on Discharge, right? Yeah, because it'll hit Shope, Braviary, and Skarmory. Shope is immune. Shope can then come in. Honestly, I wonder if Rock Slide, Crush Claw, Bulk Up... Can Shope sweep? You know, like, I'm looking at it. Like, Shope is quick, right? Yeah, I guess Gliscor is kind of an issue. Yeah, this should be massive damage off Rip. Doesn't affect Shope. Skarmory only survives because of Sturdy. Braviary gets a paralysis. Is that a berry? Ah, avoided the Heat Wave. Are you serious? Dude, Skarmory would have been down. Alright, that's fine. Skarmory goes down anyways. Woo! What a great start, team! That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Braviary, what you got? Paralyzing, couldn't move. You see, this is what I love to see. That being said, though, gotta move a little bit smarter now, because we can't affect Gligar, or Gliscor. Braviary goes down with anything that we have. Gliscor has... Oh, it's Toxic Orb, too. Alright. Gliscor's almost guaranteed gonna go for an Earthquake here. I should have put U-turn on Nue. That's what I should have done. To get the switch out on Braviary. That's okay. Switching to Kenjaku here. No, Shope needs to switch into Kenjaku, actually. Nue, we're gonna just pop Reflect, right? Stay safe here. Shope. I wonder. Archeops does have Defeatist, right? Yeah, it does have Defeatist. It does a speed of 145, though. I don't think I'm outspeeding that. Yeah, I'm not. Gotta do something about Archeops. Alright. Pop a Reflect for sure. Do we just sack Tails here, then? Who brings ground and rock type Pokemon to a flying type gym is my question. See, now I'm regretting setting that Sun, too. Hyper Potion. Okay. Does that mean that she doesn't move this turn? Nope, she does still move this turn. Okay. That's crazy. You get to use... Alright, so it literally only just takes out Tails. That's great. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Alright, let's play smart here. What even is playing smart, though? Maybe not running only one offensive move and having a big electric type on Zapdos, right? Maybe that, for starters, would have been playing smart. Let me think here. Alright, let's do this. Here. We need a better team. Alright. That's kind of annoying, but that's fine. Let's go. Okay, so to be prepared for 2 of her Pokemon being immune. Springarame, but for who? Yeah, alright. Can't believe I'm already going back to, that stupid tower. Alright, Kenjaku, you come out. Ah, shoot. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at all, but whatever, I guess. Shope, welcome to the level cap. Alright. So it really is just Arame that's not level cap now. Aha, Defiant. Well, I'm now at max attack. I wonder if Wood Hammer does the job. Oh yeah, there we go. A whole lot of damage done, obviously, because it's Blissey, but... yeah, we don't care if Urza levels up too much here, just because... we won't be using her in the next gym battle. You know what I could even do to make this go faster is... technically, switch battles are against Nuzlocke rules, but if I'm just using this to level up, it doesn't matter quite as much. And so what I can actually do is if we go to settings here, battle style to shift. Right, and what that'll do is now when I go back in battle, there's Nurse Trainer. Alright, so we take out Espeon. Done deal. Probably gonna level up here, yeah. Now we can switch in Blissey, and Arame will get 100% of the XP gain from defeating Blissey, as opposed to sharing it with Urza. Woodhammer still does a bunch there, but yeah, look at that. 13,000 XP. Just hits different, man. So I'm kind of just gonna breeze through this, catch up on my my missed text messages and stuff. Oh, I have Wild Charge as a TM. Arame. She test me about a bears game. Oh, look at that. 2 levels. There we go, Rame. We're gonna accidentally end up making Urza also super overpowered, but who cares? Urza Scarlet is super overpowered and super cool anyways, so only fitting. Alright, one more. I like how it is pretty much like free level ups at this point. Alright, there we go. Pulse effect, perfect. Alright, so looking at the teams, right, she leads with Skarmory, Braviary, and Mandibuzz. it's really just Archeops that I need to deal with. Okay, but if... Alright, I think I have some ideas. So if I have Shope in the middle, right? Here's what I'm thinking. Put Shope in the middle so that we can freely discharge. Right. Then we have... Yeah, so then we can discharge, Heat Wave, and, you know what, I will do this. I'm gonna forget... forget Solar Beam. I would forget Flame Burst, but I don't think there's like a TM for it, and I do want to be able to get Flame Burst back, just in case, you know, Heat Wave becomes too unreliable and we don't have Flamethrower yet. But Solar Beam, I know we have a TM for, so we can always relearn that. Morning Sun in the Sun is just too valuable. I mean, that's... Unless you're, like, literally on your deathbed with the user. I keep using the wrong cannon here. Yeah, unless you're, like, literally on your deathbed with the user, it's pretty much like a full heal. Every time, or as close to it as you can, you know? Alright, Skyla. Yeah, I think we're good. Might give some items, I don't know. Let's give you the Never Melt Ice, actually. Let's give Shope. Where's that Shell Bell? That's what I'm looking for. Does somebody else already have it? Is it not a held item? Somebody else already has it. Alright, Tails has Shell Bell. That's fine, I guess. Alright, let's do it. Oh, wrong order. Alright. Alright, there we go. Got it. So, we're gonna now discharge, Shope lives, we Rock Slide, everybody gets hit by this, and then we Heat Wave. Those two get hit by that. Yeah. Leading with 3 spread moves in a triple battle that have been strategically planned. Oh, and a Paralysis and Skarmory. Nice. Braviary is going to eat the berry, but that's fine. If the Rock Slide hits it, it doesn't live. Skarmory goes down right here, too. Mandibuzz takes not insignificant damage. I wouldn't say like super significant, but... Oh, and it eats a Rock Slide. Beautiful. If we get a flinch, too, I would love that. Alright, everybody but Mandibuzz down. And Mandibuzz flinch. Beautiful. Let's see. So Shope comes in for Tails. Skyla Hyper Potions on Mandibuzz, which isn't super surprising here. Stone. Alright, we need to live this. Yeah, no shot. Fuga faints. So I didn't have a good switching. That's the problem. You know what else the problem is? Is that I did not, the Shope has to come in for everybody. Okay, wait, what if I do... Can Shope get U-turn? No, right? Oh, no, Shope does get U-turn, alright. Let's then... For now. Alright, let's try this. Fight, discharge, rock slide, heat wave. Skarmory, of course, takes a little bit of damage. Goes down here. No paralysis. Ah, Mandibuzz, though. I'll take that. This should take out Braviary. No, neither. And she got a Tailwind off. Alright, the Tailwind is a little bit concerning, for sure. The Discharge should proc before U-turn. Right. What if, right, instead of U-turning, what if I went right into Kenjaku here? No, it's gonna use a Rock-type move for sure. Does it have Rock Slide? No, it doesn't. It has Acrobatics, Stone Edge, Dragon Claw, and Earthquake. You know what? I'm gonna bet on non-stab Earthquake not KOing me. Shope, you stay in for another Rock Slide here. Fuga, you are going to pivot out into Tails. Hyper Potion expected. Right, we lived that. Barely. Niue flinch! Niue! Alright, Braviary is down at least. Alright, Niue, we need you to come back here. Let's send you back in for Kenny. No. Anyway, you're coming in for... Sun's already set, right? Alright, granted that Hurricane would be the worst move for it to use right now. Let's go here. Shope is still healthy and doesn't have many real threats. So I'm gonna send... Yeah, because Shope has to come in for Kenny, or for Arame, right? Oh, okay, Niue. I guess we'll have you come in for Kenny then, for lack of a better option. But the Tailwind... See, if there wasn't Tailwind, we'd be sweeping right now. Unfortunately, there is Tailwind, so let's try this. So we set Sun, then set Hail immediately. Oh, no. There's no warning procs first. Okay. Defeatist Earthquake. Let's go. Ice Beam! I just sent Kenjaku into an Ice Beam. I didn't check that it had Ice Beam. Okay, that's on me too. That's fine. Yeah, that's on me. I did not see that Ice Beam, like, right there, clear as day. I was so worried about the Hurricane. It doesn't even have Hydro Pump, actually. I'm looking at, like, oh, Hurricane, Hydro Pump. It doesn't have either. Alright, Heat Wave. He burns, or not burns, Paralysis. Alright, I'll take that on Skarmory. Braviary healing. This means Skarmory's down here. Oh, did Mandibuzz avoid the attack? Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Mandibuzz is just absurdly bulky. But Mandibuzz did flinch. Okay, you know what? I'm going to predict that Archeops is going to go for its usual, Stone Edge here into Fuga. And let's switch actually into Tails here, because we know that Tails can take a Stone Edge. Just one, but it can take a Stone Edge, and that's what matters. Oh, and Nue avoided the Stone Edge. Beautiful. So we connect with Archeops right there. Braviary goes down. Archeops goes down. Mandibuzz just healed. And we'll get hit anyways. Alright. There we go. Swanna comes out. Gliscor comes out. I could discharge. In fact, I will. Let's take out Swanna with discharge. And then maybe we'll U-turn. U-turn Mandibuzz and Ice Punch Mandibuzz. This is Mandibuzz getting on my nerves. Not only is Mandibuzz getting on my nerves, but, okay, Brine is gonna hurt, but not quite as much, because we have Sun out. Yeah, not gonna affect Gliscor, but Swanna goes down. There we go. Is it now just a 6v5? Everybody v Gliscor? Because if so, Gliscor has Acrobatics, Fling, Earthquake, and Thunderfang, right? We go Arame here. Oh, yeah, Earthquake. Cool. Alright, let's go Reflect. And then... Can't really do anything here. I was gonna say there was no target or it failed. Yeah, Reflect. Alright. Thunderfang. Neutral damage, never hurt anybody. Blizzard, and Gliscor is down. I'm gonna celebrate early, man. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream there. Taking down Skyla. Hey, what did I tell y'all? There we go. See it right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Like I said, I got somewhere to be later today. As always, I want to thank you guys for showing up, showing out, and showing love. Hope y'all have a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic rest of your Saturday. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic rest of your weekend, and I'll catch y'all next time, man. Peace.